Hi, I'm Jodie, and I was a parent at St Nicholas, Newcastle West over 10 years ago. When you think about St Nicholas, what is the first word, feeling, or image that comes to mind? Quality? Fun? Can you tell me about a moment from your time with St Nicholas that stayed with you? So the educators really did care about Darby's day, his progress, and they always had lots of fun, which was great as a parent. Who is someone you immediately think of when you think about St Nicholas, and what has made them memorable? Again, I think it's the educators and just how much they care about the children, the program, and having really great outcomes. How does being part of St Nicholas make you feel? Well, I feel really special about St Nicholas. I was a parent 10 years ago, and I wanted to join St Nicholas as a staff member. I have an early ed background, but what St Nicholas were doing and the quality that they were providing for their families and the children was something that I really wanted to be a part of. So I started out in operations at USH, then I moved into operations in early ed. And now the last 4 years I've been working in the people and culture team, in the talent team. So now I actually recruit the staff for St Nicholas. So very special to have been a part of St Nicholas for the last 10 years, and hopefully I'm here for a lot longer. What do you think makes St Nicholas feel special to the people who experience it? It's just a genuine passion for our industry. We have so much on offer. So not only do we have early education, but we have before and after school care. And we also have the transition for our SBATs who are thinking about a career in early education as well. I also like the community that we offer. We really care about everything that we do in St Nicholas for the best outcomes. What would you like to say to St Nicholas on its 10-year anniversary? Happy birthday! And I'm really excited to see what the next 10 years will hold. What do you remember about choosing St Nicholas for your family? As soon as I stepped into St Nicholas, Newcastle West, I was so welcomed. The staff were amazing. They made it a really easy transition, and I couldn't recommend St Nicholas anymore, even 10 years on. What do you remember about your child's first day? Well, to be honest, I think I was probably more nervous than Darby, dropping you off to St Nicholas. But again, I just felt really welcomed, really at ease. Emma called me just to let me know that he'd settled in really well, and I had a good experience from then on. Was there a moment when you knew your child was happy, safe, or supported at St Nicholas? Every single day. I sometimes would stop and watch at the gate and see him playing and just see how happy he was with his friends. The educators were having lots of fun as well. And they always like to keep me up to date with all the fun things that Darby used to get up to. Looking back, what did St Nicholas give your family during those early years? Darby was so happy when he attended St Nicholas. I knew that he was cared for, really looked after. The educators and the other team members really did care about the children's learning and development and getting the best outcomes for the children. And it was great. They did a transition to some of the primary schools in the area, and I thought that was a really great initiative as well, transitioning into kindergarten. Happy birthday, St Nick's!